God's blueprint for marriage. The Bible offers a deep and holistic perspective on marriage, addressing its divine purpose, the challenges it faces, and the sensitive issues surrounding divorce. Let us explore each aspect in detail. Marriage as a divine covenant. Marriage is introduced in Genesis 2:24 as a sacred covenant designed by God. It says, "That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh." This verse captures the essence of marriage as a union that transcends social or cultural constructs. The idea of one flesh is not merely physical, but spiritual and emotional, signifying a profound partnership rooted in unity and commitment. In Ephesians 5:22-33, the Apostle Paul compares marriage to the relationship between Christ and the church. Husbands are called to love their wives as Christ loves the church, with self-sacrificial devotion, while wives are encouraged to respect their husbands. This passage illustrates the mutual responsibilities in marriage, emphasizing love, respect, and selflessness as the foundation of a healthy marital bond. It paints marriage not only as a human institution, but as a reflection of divine love, requiring humility and service from both partners. The Bible also highlights the importance of cherishing one's spouse. In Proverbs 18:22, it says, "He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord." Similarly, in Ecclesiastes 4:9-12, marriage is seen as a partnership that provides strength and support, emphasizing the idea that a cord of three strands is not quickly broken, referring to the bond of husband, wife, and God. Challenges in marriage. While marriage is divinely ordained, the Bible acknowledges that it is not free from difficulties. Human nature, marked by selfishness and sin, can cause tension and strife. James 4:1-3 explains that quarrels and conflicts often arise from selfish desires and a lack of humility. This principle can be directly applied to marriage, where unaddressed differences and poor communication can lead to misunderstandings. In addressing these challenges, the Bible offers timeless wisdom. Proverbs 15:1 teaches, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." This verse underscores the importance of communication characterized by patience and kindness. In Ephesians 4:26-27, Paul advises couples not to let anger persist, saying, "Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry." This encourages reconciliation and resolution of conflicts before they escalate. Moreover, 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, often referred to as the love chapter, outlines the qualities that sustain marriage through trials. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. These attributes serve as a guide for nurturing a resilient and enduring relationship, calling for forgiveness and an attitude of grace. Solutions to marital problems. The Bible emphasizes reliance on God as a key to resolving marital difficulties. Couples are encouraged to pray together, seeking wisdom and strength from God. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds believers to bring their concerns to God in prayer, promising that His peace will guard their hearts and minds. This applies to marriage as prayer can foster unity and clarity in times of conflict. Forgiveness is another critical aspect of resolving problems. Colossians 3:13 says, "Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you." This verse highlights that forgiveness is not optional, but essential for healing and restoring trust in a marriage. The Bible also advises spouses to practice humility and submission to one another. In Ephesians 5:21, Paul writes, "Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ." This mutual submission involves prioritizing the other's needs and desires, creating a spirit of cooperation and understanding. The issue of divorce. The Bible approaches divorce with great caution, treating it as a last resort rather than an ideal solution. Malachi 2:16 reveals God's view on divorce. "The Lord God of Israel says that He hates divorce, for it covers one's garment with violence." This strong language underscores God's desire for faithfulness in marriage, as divorce not only breaks a sacred covenant, but often brings pain and disruption. Jesus speaks directly about divorce in Matthew 19:3-9. When questioned about whether it is lawful to divorce, he points back to God's original design for marriage, saying, "What God has joined together, let no one separate." However, he acknowledges the reality of human weakness, allowing divorce only in cases of sexual immorality. This exception reflects the gravity of marital unfaithfulness, which can irreparably damage trust and intimacy. The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 7 addresses the complexities of marriage in a fallen world. He advises believers married to unbelievers to remain in the marriage if the unbelieving spouse is willing to live in peace. However, if the unbelieving partner chooses to leave, Paul says, "Let it be so. The brother or the sister is not bound in such circumstances. God has called us to live in peace." This passage highlights the importance of maintaining harmony and acknowledges situations where separation may be necessary for the well-being of both parties. Restoration and healing. While the Bible sets a high standard for marriage, it also offers hope and restoration for those who have experienced brokenness. In Joel 2:25, God promises to restore what has been lost, symbolizing his ability to heal even the most damaged relationships. For those who have endured the pain of divorce, Psalm 34:18 provides comfort. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Ultimately, the Bible calls individuals to approach marriage with reverence, grace, and dependence on God. It acknowledges the reality of human struggles, but offers guidance to navigate them with love, forgiveness, and faith. While divorce is treated as a serious matter, God's grace extends to all, providing a path for healing and new beginnings for those who turn to him.